So we want to thank you for coming to our 4th annual Tesla Awards. Mary Beth Gotti is the chairman of the National Lighting Bureau and has just done a remarkable job. And before we start, let's give a round of applause to Mary Beth for everything she has done. Okay, Mary Beth, I'm going to hold the microphone.
It doesn't work?
And you talk. Well, we're recording, so it does work.
Well, thanks so much, Randy. Welcome, everybody, to this 4th annual awards. Just think when we get to evolve to a big ballroom, right, Randy?
Coming up next year.
Next year. All right, cool. Well, it's my pleasure to have you here and to recognize some of these wonderful projects. Just a little bit about the Tesla Awards. What are we trying to do? We're trying to promote high-benefit lighting, promoting excellence in lighting, but not necessarily just pretty architectural lighting projects. We're also looking to recognize projects that have extreme collaboration, tough projects, complex ones that had to overcome a lot of obstacles to make them happen, like a project that perhaps took 10 years and they had to convert from incandescent to LED. That is an obstacle, right, Charles? I'd like to thank our judges, Alessa Aguayo, who's the incoming president-elect for Wild. She's from Cornet, does an absolutely wonderful job. Director of New York Spec Sales for Cornet. John Paul Friesener, who's from the Lighting Research Center, has been a great support in looking and judging products and projects for us to identify just what's the best of the best. Avi Moore, who's won a number of these Tesla Awards. He was a judge this year because he didn't have a project that was entered. Terry McGowan, again, great supporter of the lighting industry over the years, currently a director at large for the NLB. And finally, Jim Yorgi. So my buddy Jim, who worked for years at Lutron and now loves to volunteer for the NLB. So thank you so much. Okay. Special citations. So these are projects that had some particular attribute that the judges thought should be recognized. And the first one is Art Institute of Chicago, designers Giulio Pedota, Jackson Patterman. And what the judges were recognizing was the exceptional detailing and execution of lighting for stained glass. It's absolutely an amazing job. This is an example of this Tiffany-produced glass that the Art Institute of Chicago was able to obtain. So they had to figure out how to mount it. Of course, Schuler-Shook didn't do that. But how to light it and the detailing, even to painting the wires and the drivers white in order to really get the right internal reflectance in the cavity for lighting this beautiful stained glass. Just some of the construction detailing. And again, just an amazing job. Here to accept the award, John Jacobson. John, are you here?
All right, John. Here we go.
Our second special citation. Okay, so let's get playful right now. This is a future playground. This is a youth theater in Germany. Stefan Hoffmann from Lichtwerk was the designer. Stefan, there you are, Stefan, okay. This is just a fun project, and the judges loved it because it really used light in a playful way and to really bring life to exhibits. So in theater, impresses with the powerful play of light and shadow, deliberately set contrasts, creating some really interesting displays. This, for example, was a specially designed neon tube as a dance movement frozen into form, which I thought was really very, very cool. And here's just some of the other interactive displays with color and allows people to play with light. And we all love to play with light. So as the number of visitors and movement in the room increases, you get different kind of colors and design levels here. So again, congratulations to Stefan for your special citation for Future Playground.
Okay. All right, picture right there.
Our next special citation is for St. Regis Cairo, the Nile Corniche, if I'm saying that correctly. This is the design team from Fisher Moran Stone, Hank Forrest, Paula Martinez Nobles, Catherine Zub, and Charles Stone. Absolutely breathtaking luminaires. So discreetly concealed lights that do the functional lighting, and then these types of decorative luminaires which will absolutely knock your socks off. beautifully deep lighting for these sculpted wood ceilings, which just give it just such a special look and feel. And I think what the judges really appreciated with this is this was a 10-year project in Cairo, and they had, after the job was completely spec'd, they had to convert from incandescent to LED and pick the right LED solutions for everything that had been spec'd. So congratulations, just a monumental feat. Accepting the award will be, I'm not sure who's accept, Paula and Charles.
All right, please. I'm with Charles Stone of FMS Lighting Design. And Charles, we're here to talk about the St. Regis Cairo, the now Corniche. Corniche. All right. Tell our audience a little bit about the lighting design on that job.
Okay, well, it took about 12 years or 10 years because we must have had the Arab Spring and other disruptions.
Look at me.
And it took a long time. And so we have Paula and Hank Forrest and Katie Zub in our office all handled this job. Hank went to see it. We thought it was finished. It wasn't quite finished. It just went on a long time. But as you can see from the photos, they did finish it. It is beautiful. It's recognized by travel publications all over the world as a destination hotel. And I recommend that you go and check it out.
Okay, I understand 10 years ago it had incandescent originally on the design?
Well, it had a mix,
Okay.
and you put your finger on it. It's in that period of time we have all suffered through when, as the project comes along, they want to change it all to LED, of course.
Right.
And so it is one of those projects that had a whole refit during the end of design and the beginning and throughout the construction process.
Okay.
So now it's all LED.
So I'm going to put you on the spot as I have others. Do you know what fixtures you used on this job?
We do. Well, you never get me to say the names of the manufacturers.
All right. Well, then that's...
But we do know, and some of them struggled with the transition to go to LED
Okay.
to get it done.
Okay. So tell our audience a little bit about some of the struggles that you did have on this job and how you overcame them.
Well, the contractors all fight among themselves.
Okay.
We had a local architect, an executive architect, and the design architect. Of course, Michael Graves was a design architect. And so getting all these people to communicate with time zone differences of 7 hours is a challenge.
I'm sure. When did the job complete?
Well, I think about 18 months ago is really finished.
Okay.
Maybe it's not quite finished. I think it's finished.
Okay. Well, Charles, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Our fourth special citation, back to Stefan, who does a lot of interesting things with light. This is something called Stella Nova. It was showcased at Burning Man 2022. I have 2023, my mistake. Anybody been to Burning Man here? Okay, well, we both got to get out to the desert, obviously, right? What makes this so unique? Again, one of the judges said, wicked integration of light into the LEDs that are woven into the fibers for this type of, I guess, hammock, I guess you would call it? Yeah, what the heck, right? Even some solar controlled devices that would control some of the sensors there. I mean, you could put your hands on elements, it'll start to play music. Perhaps you can add some things later in the interview, but absolutely, wouldn't you just love to be there in the desert on that, right? So Stella Nova, Stefan Hoffmann. This was Lichtwerk and Playground Collective.
Stefan Hoffmann is going to talk to us about the lighting design on his Burning Man project.
Yeah, right. The first, I think the funny thing for us as a European guy is it's not quite often that European artists are invited to the Burning Man Festival. I would say in 90% it is from the Bay in San Francisco, it's more local people. Yeah? And for us, the whole installation is built in Berlin. And then it's shipped to Hamburg, and then a ship to the East Coast, and then over the street through the whole country to the West Coast. And then we picked it up and delivered it into the desert. Yeah. So that in itself was a long.
How long
story.
did that take? How long did that take from Berlin to Burning Man?
I think 6 weeks overall. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And it worked. Like we got it exactly on the day we have to get it, because you have a time frame to build it up of 3-4 days in the desert, and then the festival does start. Yeah. But as of a lighting designer, the Burning Man Festival was just the area or the moment to present the prototype. Yeah. In behind it is the idea that you have a normal rope, yeah, and we integrated light into the rope, yeah. So a normal playground rope is a diameter like your thumb, and it comes out of 6 single ropes, yeah. They are coming together, and one of the 6 ropes is now an LED strip, as you could say. Yeah,
I understand.
So, and the idea in behind is for future playgrounds for children. That normally children playgrounds do not work with light.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So, and think about what would happen if you would just smash a buzzer. Yeah. And the little children do that, and the light runs up at the playground element.
Cool.
Yeah. So a kind of interactive thing, and and this is the idea simply in behind. Yeah.
Okay. So how long did it take you to do this design work of this?
Oh, there was we had a team of us, yeah, for sure. It was 2 years, everything together. Yeah. We were really lucky to find a German-based company who paid for everything. Yeah. We just came up with the idea, and they thought these guys are so crazy. Yeah. We do that with them. Yeah, they have invested, like the playground element, you can buy it as a community, whatever, and you have to pay, let's say, $150,000 to get it somewhere, yeah, completely installed, blah, blah, blah. And they just gave it to us. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds great. Okay, well, Stefan, thank you.